This week, we feature the traditional Japanese martial art of jodo, in which competing opponents wield a long wooden staff. We also take an in-depth look into the intricate techniques of this sport, focusing on two martial artists from the UK who are captivated by the 400-year-old discipline.
Hello everybody, I'm Mayako Kisa and you're watching Sports Japan. So this show will tell you all you need to know about the exciting world of Japanese sports and martial arts. So with us on today's show is karate expert Nicholas Pettis. Oh,
hi.
Great to have you.
Yeah, it's good to be back in the show.
Right, so you've been here ever since 18?
Yep, that's 22 years now.
Ooh.
It's been a while, I'd say.
It has been.
Yeah.
So Nicholas, we're going to take an in-depth look at one particular sport, which is jodo, which is the martial art.
Jodo.
Have you heard of it?
Well, I guess this is the jo and it's the way of the staff then.
Right.
Wow, this is pretty heavy actually.
So currently, the All Japan Kendo Federation recognizes 3 official disciplines. It's over here. So the jodo, kendo, and iaido, which is the art of drawing a sword.
Yes, iaido I've done also for
you
NHK
have?
ones. Yes, they teach you how to draw the Japanese katana properly.
Right.
Fantastic discipline.
So let's start by looking at jodo in more detail.
We began our look into jodo with an impromptu survey of passers-by on the street. What martial art is this?
剣道じゃないですね。剣術的なやつですか。いや、わからないよね。
あ、剣道？あ、剣道じゃないや。わかんない。
As no one had heard of jodo, we showed passers-by a staff and asked them what they thought it was.
ごめん、俺綿棒に見えてしまう。
物干し竿とか。
あ、ピンとこないな。
ピンとこない
そう。麺をのすボーダーとか。
山登るあれみたい。
We interviewed 50 people, but surprisingly, not one of them had ever heard of jodo. It is obviously not widely known among the Japanese public. We decided to investigate further. The atmosphere is tense, and the room reverberates with the sound of wood striking wood. Traditionally, jodo has effectively combined the elements of various other martial arts because the staff can jab like a lance, cut like a sword, and sweep like a naginata, a kind of long-bladed pole. So what are the basic rules of jodo? In competitions, participants perform 6 out of 12 designated routines or kata. The kata match the martial artist's rank. Judges evaluate the performances. However, a closer look reveals that while some participants carry a wooden staff, others wield a wooden sword. Even more surprisingly, the two opponents exchange weapons halfway through their match. The reason for this is that jodo is always performed in pairs. One holds the sword and the other holds the staff in order to demonstrate techniques of attack and defense. After the first 3 prescribed routines are complete, participants exchange weapons in order to perform the remaining 3 kata. Once the demonstration is over, the 3 judges make their decision. Jodo follows various rituals, including paying formal respect to your partner at the end of the demonstration. What is it that draws people to jodo? One of jodo's main attractions is the variety of possible attacks. Experts can use the 128-centimeter staff to perform a diverse range of attacks, including thrusting, sweeping, and cutting. It's also possible for a competitor to block an opponent's attack and launch their own counterattack by switching their grip on the staff. However, the competitor holding the staff never attacks first. The spirit of Jodo centers on warding off attacks with the sword, and counterattacks are integral to the art.
I think it's wonderful to have a martial art that resolves conflicts peacefully.
Since Jodo is about performing prescribed routines without full-on contact, it can be enjoyed by everyone, men, women, the young and the old.
As Jodo does not require great strength, there are many female participants, meaning men and women can compete against each other. In this tournament, the highest competition level, the 7th Dan competition, was won by a female pair.
Jodo is not just about strength, it's about technique and interaction with your partner. Obviously, the men are stronger, so women have to compensate in other ways. One reason I love Jodo is that women can compete using their inherent elegance.
So you're a karate expert. How do you look at Jodo?
Well, the first thing that strikes me as an amazing thing is that they're fighting against each other, men and women. And age difference doesn't matter at all. I don't think there's any other sport in the whole world where you could do that. I mean, seriously, think if I had to run up against Usain Bolt in a 100-meter sprint, right? Impossible. You know, even if, like, let's say we had to do weight training, right, or some competition in strength training, you know, there's no way you could lift what I lift, right?
No way.
But they're all equaled out.
Right.
Age is also not an issue here. Amazing, and you see the old guys, they got them really.
That's
I would
the
not
amazing
want to get
part of
cracked
it.
over the head with one of those sticks, I'll tell you that. Wow.
So although Jodo was originated in Japan, many people outside Japan are passionate about learning its techniques. And so in the studio today, we're joined by two Britons, Lucy Early and Aurelia Necro, who are both studying Jodo. Welcome.
Fantastic.
Thank you for joining us.
Wow.
Great.
How you guys doing?
Very well, thank you. And yourselves?
Yeah, pretty good.
Right.
How did you get involved with Jodo?
I was interested in Japan quite a while ago, and I was reading a book on Japan, and I saw a picture of a Japanese sword in it. Thought I'd really like to try using this.
Yeah.
So I looked, searched for a training hall, found one close to where I lived, and when I went, I found out they were doing Iaido, the art of drawing a sword, and Jodo. So I did both at the same time.
Nice. And this is back home in
Back
Japan.
home in England.
Okay.
And I started Kendo when I was 14. And a few years later, I was just looking at the British Kendo Association website, and I saw that they did this thing called the Iaido and Jodo. I didn't know either of those back then, but I found a training hall near my house and tried it and really enjoyed it, so I'm still practicing.
What do you do here in Japan?
I'm working in procurement. I'm a buyer.
And I teach English in a junior high school.
Wow, great. So they're going to show us some demonstrations today.
Please demonstrate
Thank
something.
you.
Yay! Yay!
Yay!
Yay!
Yay!
Yay! Yay!
Yay!
Yay!
Yay!
Hold! Yay! Yay!
Yay!
Hold! Yay! Hold! Hold!
Whoa! That was amazing.
Yeah, unreal. Look at the speed in it, right?
Right,
And the
and
control.
Right. And all of a sudden,
It's stopping right there beside the temple. Aren't you guys afraid of getting hit?
Not anymore. I think we've been hit enough times.
oh really?
Broken teeth or anything?
Not that bad.
No? Oh, okay.
Wow. You know, Japanese martial arts have a lot of rituals. Did you have any difficulties along the way?
It was difficult at first. I mean, Japanese traditions and cultures, they're very different to English ones. So it was difficult at first, but eventually,